What is up, guys? I am ExxotikGaming, and today I am back with another Pixel Gun 3D video, and today's video is another gun comparison video. Today's gun comparison consists of two primary weapons, both of them being shotguns, the first one being the Heavy Shotgun UP2, and the second one being the Predator UP1. Both of these shotguns are extremely good. I want to say that first, right off at the start of this video. Both of these guns are some of the best guns in Pixel Gun 3D, if you know how to use them, and countless number of times I would go up against people who have the Predator UP1 and the Heavy Shotgun UP2, and they just don't really know how to use these weapons the proper way. And what I would like to do first, before I actually get really into the whole comparison video part of this, I would like to explain exactly how you're going to get the best possible gameplay with a weapon like the Predator UP1. Now, the thing that makes a shotgun so unique compared to other guns in a shooting game, regardless it being a sniper rifle, assault rifle, or a backup weapon, with a shotgun, the bullet spread is very different. Now, if I go shoot against this wall here with the dual machine guns UP2, the bullets have a very consistent area in which they hit. They're always within the crosshairs, but with the Predator UP1, that's not the case. The crosshairs get very, very large, and, you know, if I'm standing pretty good distance away from the enemy that I'm trying to shoot, not all of those bullets that I'm actually firing are going to end up hitting the player, and you're going to be at a disadvantage when actually, you know, shooting somebody. So you're going to have to get at close range when trying to hit somebody like I did there. That Ruby Armored player, that was 2 shots against that Ruby Armored player, and, I mean, that's good. That's very, very good if you can manage to get most of those shots to end up hitting the player, but most likely those bullets are not going to all hit the player that you're aiming at, so you're going to just have to kind of accept that and end up firing more than you originally would have thought to fire. The good thing with the Predator UP1 is the fact that this thing has a heck of a lot larger capacity compared to the Heavy Shotgun UP2, and with a slower firing rate, I mean, the combination of a higher capacity and a slower firing rate will mean that you're not going to really end up running out of ammo very quickly in a match that you go up against anybody with. And you can use that the entire length of the match, and you'll spend several minutes using this a dedicated amount of time before you really end up running out of ammo. I mean, as you guys can see here, I still have 23 shots remaining in my shotgun before I actually fully run out of ammo. And, I mean, all the while, when you still kill people, you still get ammo that the person ends up dropping, and then that's a plus. That's another plus. Now, if I go use the Heavy Shotgun UP2, while it has a faster firing rate and a higher damage, as you guys can see, even right off at the start here, you have less bullets in the gun, which means that, you know, you're going to run out of ammo pretty quickly after you first join a match here. As you guys can see here, I already went through 12 bullets that I ended up going up against, which is unfortunate, but, you know, you can't really have 100 bullets in a shotgun with that much damage. That's kind of a little overpowered. But regardless the fact here, I mean, as you guys can see here, I'm going against Ruby Armored players with the Predator UP1 and with the Heavy Shotgun UP2, and with both of them, you can easily take out Ruby Armored players. But for the Predator UP1 having a lower price range, you know, if you really can't afford every single gun in Pixel Gun 3D and you can't afford the most powerful things always, you don't have an unlimited amount of coins and gems and stuff, then I'd say go for the Predator UP1 solely for the fact that you can still get great gameplay for an affordable price. With the Heavy Shotgun UP2, I mean, you're going to get slightly better gameplay, but you're going to pay for a heck of a lot more with the Heavy Shotgun UP2. If you really, you know, if you really want to, then you go right ahead and get the Heavy Shotgun UP2. This is definitely on a list. If I could compile a list of 10 guns that you must get in Pixel Gun 3D, this would be on them. Both of these guns would be on that list. And, you know, both of them are equally good. With the Predator UP1, I do have to say it looks slightly better in my personal opinion, but that's all up to opinion. That's really not, you know, stats-wise. You know, they don't have a stat for coolness level or something like that, but the Heavy Shotgun UP2 is still a really cool gun, and it looks, I mean, it looks decent, but I just think that, you know, I mean, it looks somewhat a little weird for the fact that, you know, the gun, it kind of looks like it's zooming out. You know how you look through a telescope, the opposite end, and everything looks like it's zooming out really small? That's kind of like how I feel like when I use the Heavy Shotgun UP2 and when I look at it in this first-person mode. So, you know, that's just my personal opinion. But with the Predator UP1 here, with the slower firing rates, you're going to end up being more conservative with each of the shots that you fire, and with that being said, I personally think with the Predator UP1, you're going to end up being a little more concerned about where you end up shooting that gun. You're not going to just wildly hold down the fire button and then just hope that most of those bullets are going to end up hitting the player that you're aiming for. With this, you're going to be a little more concerned and more conservative, and with that being said, you're going to end up probably being slightly more accurate with the Predator UP1, but that's not for everybody. Some people still like the faster firing rate thing where, if they're in close range, if you're going up against somebody who has like the anti-gravity blaster, you're going to want something with a very fast firing rate because, that person can easily kill you in one single shot, and you're going to want something that can easily counteract a one-shot kill. But, as you guys can see here, 16 kills in, 3 minutes. That's good. That's really, really good. And, I'm going against people who have higher ammo than me. Not higher ammo, higher armor, and I'm still easily able to take most of the people that I come across out. If you go against certain weapons, certain ones will end up being slightly better, like the laser minigun and the prototype if you go against people at long range. But, like I had said before, you shouldn't use this thing at long range. If you do, you're just asking for a lot of deaths that you end up going, and you're going to face a lot of deaths when you go against people at long range. So if you really want to use this thing at long range, my best advice is to have something as a backup weapon. Have something that can shoot people at longer range so you can counteract people if they're trying to shoot you across the entire length of the match. Like, you go into Paradise Resort, you can still get great gameplay with the Predator UP1, but you should always have something like, if I could go into my selection of weapons here, you might want to have the prototype, you could have the Elephant Hunter, anything that has a longer range, you should just have that in your inventory always as a backup. But, if you just refuse to use any other weapon, then just be prepared that at long range, people will have the upper hand if they have something like, the prototype UP2 or something like that. For the original versions of the guns, I can't really tell you exactly how great they are, because when I first bought the weapons, I just bought the full versions of them. When I usually buy weapons, I just buy the full versions and don't really waste my time on the UP1 version. I just go straight to the UP2 version. But I can safely say that for a shotgun in Pixel Gun 3D, my best advice is if you really want to get good gameplay, just go for the full version of it. Don't really pay for the first version of the Heavy Shotgun UP2 if you can't afford the second and third versions of it, just because you're not going to get nearly as good gameplay as I am getting right here with the first version of it. It's quite a lot less lethality, and it has a less capacity, and that's just not as fantastic of a combination for a gun. Just go all out, get the full version, and I promise you'll get as good gameplay as I am getting right now, even up against Ruby Armored players that you're going against. It's good. They're both very, very good, and it's kind of somewhat difficult to really affirmatively say which gun is the best one out of the two. If I was going solely on stats-wise and not based off of price, then I'd definitely say the Heavy Shotgun UP2, just because it does have a higher firing rate and a higher lethality, which, obviously would mean that it's a better gun. But if, you're going more on capacity, go for the Predator UP1. If you're going more on, price-wise for a good amount of damage and firing rates, go for the Predator UP1, because that is power at price. Power at an affordable price, I should say, because, you don't really have to pay 1 million coins in order to get as good of gameplay as you would with the Heavy Shotgun UP2. And you can win matches. You don't really have to worry about losing lots and lots of matches. You're not going to end up being last place, and not tons and tons of people are going to constantly kill you over and over and over again with things like, the Razor Thrower or the Chain Thunderbolts. It's just, you're going to have the upper hand usually at close range against people with those guns. Now, where are these people? Okay. If I go and get the Predator UP1 again, I'll show you guys some more gameplay with that one. And, can I actually switch? I can't go into the shop. Okay, then that's weird. But let's go. Probably after I die here, I'll be able to show you guys the shop. So hopefully I'll be able to die soon, which will be right. Maybe now? Maybe now? I don't know. Yes, now. Okay, let's go into the shop and show you guys the Predator. Guess not. I guess not. So let's go leave the match here. Actually, I leveled up to level 26. So anyways, let's go into a different match here, and I'll show you guys some of the Predator UP1. Let's go equip that real quick. and then go into a Silent School match, which is also a very good match for the weapons that I have here for this comparison. You know, just go for those close-range maps, and I promise you, you're going to really do well with weapons like this. And always go for the headshots. I mean, that's what I've always said with every single gun review I've ever said in my entire life. Even in the knife reviews, I've said go for the headshots. Because if you don't go for headshots, it's going to be a lot more shots in order to take somebody out. And, you know, it's just, you're better off going for headshots. I mean, 100% definitely a lot better. So, yeah, let's go use this a couple more minutes, and I'll show you guys some gameplay with the Predator UP1, and then possibly with the Heavy Shotgun UP2 as well. I mean, here's somebody with a body shot-wise, you know, that was 3 shots instead of 1 to 2. So, you know, that's a 1 full shot more against somebody like that, and, you know, 1 shot matters. 1 shot matters a lot. So, you know, there's good things and bad things about them. Predator UP1, I just like the fact that this thing has such a high capacity, and you can never run out of ammo anytime soon when you first join a match. I mean, you never really run out of ammo very soon after you first get a weapon like this, because, you know, that's just not usually the case with a weapon like the Predator UP1. Both of them, though, are good. Regardless what I've said about how one is better than the other, both of them are good, and personally, if you can afford both of the guns, I'd say go get both of them, because, I mean, those are the 2 best ones you're going to find in Pixel Gun 3D. You know, there are a few other guns that are better, but these are some of the best guns you're going to find, period, in Pixel Gun 3D, and some of the best ones you're going to get the best gameplay possible in. So, yeah, I mean, that's really pretty much it for today's video. I don't really have much else I need to say about these 2 guns other than, like I said before, get the Heavy Shotgun UP2 if you're based purely off of the damage-wise and firing rates. If you're more concerned about price-wise, then go for the Predator UP1. And, you know, if you really want to use this thing at long range, always have something as a backup weapon to use at long range, and then in that case you probably will be able to take people out very, very commonly. You know, most people are going to end up coming across, you're going to be able to take them out, so that's going to be a plus. So yeah, guys, I hope you guys did enjoy this video. If you guys did enjoy it, then be sure to leave a like. Well, I was about to say leave a like button, that's not possible. Leave a like, comment, favorites, and subscribe for some more Pixel Gun 3D videos. Be sure to check out all of my other gun comparisons I will have done on my channel, and be sure to check out the very first one I did, the Elephant Hunter versus the Gorilla Rifle UP2, and I actually got some really good gameplay with those ones on Ant's Life, and yeah, so I mean, I'm happy with the gameplay that I definitely achieved here. Definitely good gameplay with both of these, and be sure to check out my other series I do on my channel as well. You know, if you have not checked out my gun review series, then I highly encourage you guys to do so, because I've reviewed pretty much every single gun in Pixel Gun 3D, and when new ones are released, I will review those ones as well. So, thank you all for watching. Let's get a couple more kills here, right up until I die. Alright, there we go. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.